Hi there, and welcome to Apple World. So it appears as though Young Miami's new best buds are now moving away from her considering what is happening with Diddy, since they would rather not be related to her. Currently, it's sort of wild the way in which Young Miami got such countless open doors by simply being related to Diddy. However, it seems as though that same is beginning. Affiliation will hit her vocation harder than she might have imagined at any point. In recent years, Miami has been guaranteeing Diddy as her man, discussing how she's never going to leave him and how he's hers forever. Yakety yak, it even prompted a strained connection among her and her kindred city young lady. JT Miami and JT have been busy since they were teens, and they stayed tight when they originally got into the business. We, as a whole, imagined that they planned to separate without a doubt when JT went to prison. However, Miami stood 10 toes down behind her and held things down for the gathering, yet someplace down the line, Miami began spending time with Diddy, and out of nowhere, it was like JT was as of now not sufficient for her fans before long fired getting on the strain between them. Like how Miami generally held on without saying a word at whatever point JT was getting into it with other celebs via virtual entertainment, or at whatever point she was getting hauled by fans. Miami began to gradually reduce most, if not all, connection with JT. And she even pronounced that she was resigning from rap after simply 2 to 3 years, saying, "I don't for even a moment rap. No more, I resigned you all." It began getting clear that she was done focusing on her music profession, and she began to zero in on her Keisha. If it's not too much trouble, brand selling merchandise, having a syndicated program, and everything that was undeniably given to her by Diddy, which makes sense of why she decided to make Diddy her writer kick the bucket even at the expense of her profession. The tales about her and JT being on the outs got more grounded when JT unfollowed the City Young Lady's true Insta page. In addition, in an interview, she sort of implied that the end may be close for the City Young Ladies, indicating that it has something to do with Diddy. I mean, ideally, the fate of the City Young Ladies can be the City Young Ladies. And I asked that our self-images could be done without discredit. Or the web, or a people, or like nothing. You get what I'm attempting to say, like nothing. JT at last chose to set out alone, and a long time ago, she dropped her most memorable independent tune, Sideways, and she tossed a few shades at Yun Miami and her new best pal, Ari Fletcher. See when JT and Miami dropped out and quit being companions? Miami began hanging out even more with Ari Fletcher, and she replaced JT with Ari in the tune. JT said, "B, I ain't cordial. I don't F with you all. Honeybees attempt to take who it ain't enough of you all honeybees young lady. So fake made me see them sideways. It won't ever go back at the Pastimes fans. Likewise really wanted to see that JT has been missing from Miami celebrations. Briefly, she wasn't at Miami's birthday celebration last year, and she likewise wasn't at her party, 2 or 3 weeks. Prior, she didn't actually wish Miami a cheerful birthday, and you all realize that things are muddled. However, the shadiest part was when Miami declared the start of a new period, which she is alluding to as the sweet potatoes time, very quickly after JT dropped her melody, and individuals hauled her for not being strong with JT and attempting to take JT's sparkle as opposed to being steady. Miami expressed nothing about JT's new tune. It wasn't publicity, it was nothing. It was directly up crickets from her. Rather, she declared her sweet potatoes time. Well, she and her new friends have been celebrating the good life from that point onward. However, now that she got named in Diddy's claim for supposedly assisting him with moving as well, just like his supposed laborer, as per the records, Pluff and the company Rico Endeavor were practicing for something in the Weasel in Virginia, the court Fing perused. Jones by and by saw Mr. Combs do a couple of lines in his changing area, which the litigant Sean Combs needed to see. Yet Brennan failed to remember it, so respondent Christina Coram called you in Miami, who then welcomed you on the personal luxury plane from Miami. The report proceeded to say that young Miami Jade and Daphne Happiness were paid a month-to-month expense to fill in as Mr. Combs' laborers and get installments by means of moving from Robin Green Slope, which framed litigants progressing criminal activity. Miami realizes that she is cooked, and so do her new companions, since they likewise realize that she is cooked, so they move away from Miami. In this situation, Miami obviously needs a few companions, so she is back imploring her previous besties, JT, for absolution, as indicated by an insider Miami, as of late, connected with JT to ask that they fix their relationship, saying that she is sorry. The insider added that Miami is guaranteeing that Diddy purportedly indoctrinated her and secluded her by driving her to remove her companions. And that is the reason she severed things with JT fans, left remarks saying JT avoided a genuine disaster with Young Miami, 'cause young lady you over here carrying. Now everything seems okay on the off chance that I was JT. Keisha wouldn't be seeing me either, which won't get me sent back to jail, and it checks out why JT is barring herself from Keisha. She avoided a major disaster. However, do you all think that JT subscribe Apple World for more videos?